And we're live, I think. Let us know if you can see and hear us, because today we are not in the studio. For those that haven't joined us before, hello, I'm Gavin Hoey and you're watching Adorama live on Adorama TV. And this is a very rare thing for Adorama. We are not in a studio doing portraits, we are actually outside on location, which means there are a few compromises to this live stream, because trust me, going live on location is a lot harder than being live in a studio. So if you can see and hear us, let us know in the comments. Let us know where you are seeing and hearing us from, and we'll say hello to a few people, because I think you can see them on a very dodgy webcam, and you can probably hear them on a hopefully better audio. Freya is on the OBS, the new super switcher she's using, and Sam is on the comments.
Hello,
very purple.
There we go. We're very purple.
Slightly purple, yeah. How's everyone doing this evening? Is anyone else outside watching us?
Who knows? Yeah, maybe.
That would be ironic. Would you like to know where people are from?
I would love to know.
Okay, I'll give you some edited highlights. We've got Gloucestershire, we've got Sweden, we've got Pennsylvania, smoky Pennsylvania. We've got Boston, we've got tropical Croydon, unusual. Northern California, we've got Germany, rainy Swiss, Michigan, Estonia, there's so many. New Mexico.
Candy's in Estonia.
New Zealand.
That's confusing.
That's very confusing, isn't it? Italy, my first live, seen many pasta videos though. I bet you have, yeah, that sounds great.
So I might find our secret pasta channel.
Houston. You wish.
Yes.
There we go.
Cooking with the Hoeys. It's going to be a storm when it gets found. Right. Okay. So welcome along to the live stream. We're going to be doing portraits on location. It's the one chance I get to do this, because here in the UK where we're based, it's 7 o'clock in the evening. So we've got an hour till 8 o'clock, which is not quite sunset, but it's getting towards that. So we're going to do 5 different portraits. That's my plan. 5 different portraits, but obviously everything is kind of tethered in. There's a whole live stream stuff. Everything I'm going to do has to be in a fairly small space. And just to add to the fun, the lighting is, well, let's just call it random and variable, because it's the UK, we're coming out of a heat wave, which explains the trousers, and the lighting is variable. That's kind of where we're going to go. But I'm not doing this on my own. Give it up for the amazing Chloe! Whoa! Chloe is the model for... Where you go? Is the model for today. We've only got 2 cameras. This is a bit of a challenge, but we'll get there. It's all good. And we're going to do, obviously, garden portraits. Yeah, do you want to have a seat? Have a seat on the chair. So where are we going to start? So let's see, regular viewers, what's the first thing we're going to do? First of all, I'm going to tell you we are going to use our own lighting. I could use natural light. It's actually quite nice at the moment, but we're going to use some flashpoint lighting in this. I'll talk about the kit as we go along, but before we get to any lighting, we've got to do something quite important. So regular viewers, what is going to be my first photo? The first thing I need to do, new viewers, you can tell me as well. You're not ruled out from this whatsoever. Whilst you're typing that in, because that's quite a complicated thing to type in, I know, I'll just get my camera set up. So I'm going to get my camera. I am using the OM System OM1 Mark II as my camera. And what have I got? A 12 to 40mm lens, which would equate to a 24 to 80mm, should this be a full frame, if that's what you're using. Yeah, flash is turned off. My camera settings, 250th of a second. ISO, I don't know actually, I'm going to put it to 200. and aperture 5.6, but all of that might change.
You've had some replies.
Oh, we have. Okay, I didn't know if anyone was even watching, so
also-
I thought I'd keep talking.
Nice outfit.
Hey, well, thank you.
Yeah. Exposed for the background.
Yes. Okay.
NFNC.
Yep. NFNC. No flash. No. Chloe. Yes, that's right.
We've got, are these coming up on the screen? Oh, they are.
Yeah.
That's fine.
NFSP. Yeah, that's also it.
Measure for ambient light. NFNP. Expose the background. NFNP. Sir. Best attempt at a black background. NFSP. Yeah, they're all on it.
Okay, so there's some good answers and some close answers in there, because in the studio we would do no flash, no picture. We'd want to remove the ambient light. But this is a location. Why come on a location and remove the ambient light? I'm going to answer that question later on if you stick around for a little bit longer. But yeah, I'm going to do NFSP, no flash, some picture. I want to have control of the light on Chloe, but I also don't want to lose the background. So let's see, what do I get if I go with my settings as I dialed them in? Here we go, let's come a little bit closer, see what we get. Okay, so first picture on the screen. So here's where I'm actually looking at. That's not far off, actually. That's annoying. That's not how I'm supposed to do demos. I'm supposed to get it wrong, aren't I? That isn't far off what I was actually hoping to get. We'll improve the composition and all the bits and pieces as we go along. But what I'm interested in is the light on Chloe. This is natural light. Okay, this is the ambient light, and that's okay, but clearly Chloe is a little underexposed. And underexposed is good, because where you see shadows, I see opportunity. Opportunity to add my own light. If Chloe was correctly exposed, which is what it was about half an hour ago when we were going through this, then that would have been a problem. I try to aim for about a stop, maybe 2 stops, depending on how dramatic I want my effect to be from the ambient light, from the correct exposure. So that's where I was aiming for, and I think I probably nailed it with that. So let's bring on our own light. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we'll bring a light in, we'll refine the position, and we'll do all the bits and pieces first of all. So kit, what am I using? Today I'm using, I should bring it over really, hang on, I can do that. Here we go. Which camera am I on? This one? Oh yeah. Oh, this is really big. I'm using the Flashpoint. Yeah, I didn't bring a little light to put on the top, I just remembered. Oh yeah. Flashpoint, there we go. Explore 400 Pro. This is the Mark 1. I believe there's a Mark 2 now. This is the old Mark 1 with the monochromatic screen, which, top tip, turn the screen on because, you know, that'll help. There we go, we're in. Okay, so that is my light. This, even though I'm making it look really awkward, is a very compact but relatively powerful flash. Probably too powerful for the light we have now, but it'll do the job I need very, very well indeed. And my softbox, can you see that? I can't see the screen anymore. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's upside down. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. You should find some gear links in the video description down below. This is my go-to softbox. It's old, it's battered, it's a little bit dirty. It comes on location because it's a cheap softbox. If it gets damaged, I'm not going to get too upset. Right. Let's put that up there. Right, okay, now we could do trial and error. We could actually just take a few test photos and see what we get. Or we could actually...
Got a question for you.
Yeah, far away. Oh yeah, it's live, you can ask me questions.
Yeah, it's live. You place the flash opposite to the sun,
Yes.
Right? Well, that was quick, you answered.
Yes.
That's it.
You're right,
yes.
I did. As I was placing it there, I thought, I wonder if anyone will pick me up on that. Yeah,
and
I
also,
did.
Michael said that pergola or pergola, whichever's your bag, looks like a good location as well. Yes, it does.
I think it will be next year, won't it?
Yeah,
it's only just gone
next
in,
year,
so
yeah, we
give it
only
a
just
little bit of
finished it recently, and I've got some grapevines that hopefully will snake their way along.
Okay, so the question is, I've put this on the opposite side to the sun. There is no right or wrong when it comes to photography. You do what you need to do. Chloe's leaned in this way. I put the light this side. I might flip her over in a minute because what you're saying is the sun's coming from there, my light's coming in from here. The question I would ask you is, does that matter? And there isn't actually a right answer to that. It's completely a loaded question because the answer is it might. let's take a photo and make that cool. Okay, here we go, Chloe. I'm going to go a little bit closer, frame it a little bit better. Okay, here we go. So does it matter that it's on the opposite side to the sun? It does to a degree, because I'm using the sun to give me this. This is the sun. This is my flash. Whoops. Okay, so I'm actually using the sun as a second light, effectively giving me a little hair light or shoulder light, because this light here, that's impossible to come from my flash because it wouldn't physically pass through a solid object. So yes, it works. And as the light is changing, whoa, that sun, suddenly, can you see that? Oh, you can see that. It's suddenly become really, really bright.
So you've got
That becomes a lot
question.
more apparent as I move around.
Got a question. Sorry, that's really loud with my speaker. It's because there's a plane going over.
Oh yeah, we are. That is a downside.
Can you please share more on the light measure? So I'm not sure if that's the flash or how your camera...
I can do that. Of course I can. So, trial and error basically means I would take a picture, decide whether it's too bright or too dark, and increase my flash. So my flash gives me an exposure that I've chosen on my camera. My flash meter, I simply hold this in front of Chloe, and when I press the button, I don't know if I can make this light up any brighter. I probably can't. Hang on. Nope, I can't. This will, that's annoying. Hey, the joys of being outside. Nope, I can't make you see that. Anyway, this will tell me the F number that I'm actually receiving. And when I get this to tell me F8, oh sorry, F5.6, I know I've got the correct exposure. So it gives me not an accurate, a lot of people say flash meters give you more accuracy. I don't agree with that, because what is right? It's entirely up to you. What it gives you is more consistency. So you always get the same correct exposure.
So Robin asked what the power of the flash.
Okay, I've ended up at 1/32nd power, more or less, give or take a third. Okay, let's just take a couple of photos like that.
And the amazing Chloe looks amazing indeed. Beautiful. Stop. Perfect picture session done.
Okay, yeah. I mean, look, number one. So this is something to watch out for, however. So this is the background we had, and I stepped slightly to the side, and suddenly I've got this. Now I could take that out in Photoshop, or I could take a step to the side. So always look at your backgrounds. When you're on location, you can't really control the background, not like you can in a studio, but you have a lot more choices, and it's very easy to get carried away with thinking, oh, this is amazing, and not looking at the wider, I mean, what on earth is that back there? Not seeing the wider picture. So think about where you're going to stand. Can I simply move my feet and get a nicer picture? Chloe, just look into the light there. There we go, chin up, perfect. Okay. So I can get a range of really, really nice images, absolutely glowing, super sharp, very, very nice. Yeah,
So
I like that.
Got a question.
Yeah, far away.
About your light meter. That meter doesn't show the flash to ambient ratio compared to other Sekonic meters.
No, you're right, it doesn't. So that is the, oh goodness me, which one is it? Yeah, it's the Flash Mate from Sekonic L308X. I mean, I really should have put a light up here. Next year, when we do this again next year. There we go. U, because it's for the North American market, which is very kindly Abs Say from Adorama. You've seen him here. Was the guy who managed to sort me out with an update of this a little while ago. Hence, it's the North American market one. But yeah, the L308X U. No fancy stuff with this. This is very, very basic. What it does is super accurate. It tells you the aperture. It'll work for ambient light. It'll do a few other basic things. But if you want ratios, yeah, upgrade to the next models up, of which there are plenty to choose from. But to be honest, I don't really need that. That's not how I personally work. I don't get stressed about it, but I know there are plenty of photographers who need that information. Okay, so that's look number one. Very, very simple, classic portrait, underexpose the ambient, pop in a bit of flash. The only thing I'm not too thrilled about is the depth of field. There is a shallow depth of field there, but it's not shallow enough. So for look number two, I want to change this to a much shallower depth of field. I'm going to go for that blurred out background. because at the moment it's clear that we're in a garden. It looks like a garden, so I want to change that. I'm going to move the chair as well. So, Chloe, do you want to just hop up for me a second? Let's move this off to the side a little bit, and let's try and find a bit of ground.
Yeah, good luck with that. Is it back to where you started?
Pretty much. Look, we're in the middle of a heat wave. The garden is like concrete, and a lot of holes have appeared that weren't here. Just to test it first of all, I'm going to ask Chloe to sit on the edge. In fact, there was a nice soft cushion somewhere. Let me get you a cushion. Hang on. Comfort is everything. Here we go. Now I'm testing it. It's test for me, not for you. When you get the benefit of it as well, but okay. It's fine. That was my knees.
So you got a question?
Yes. Ready? Okay, right.
When does Gavin come to New York?
Oh, there's a question. Yes, I am. I will be in New York next week on vacation, but I will be popping into the Adorama store on Wednesday next week. So if you're around in the morning, you can come and catch me and Seth. We're going to be having a chat with a coffee with the creatives. I'm not sure I fit into that category, but bless, that's a nice idea. And then at the end of the day, we're going to be doing a live on Adorama events. So you can watch us live on the events channel, the other channel, not this one. Or even better, come and join us in the store. Be part of a live audience. Very exciting. Got some great ideas. Okay, where were we? Oh, shallow depth of field, yeah? Shallow depth of field. I need to swap over lenses. Nothing to see here.
So you've got a comment. A wise man, well, Gavin, it says, in brackets, once suggested turning on a display your photo just taken in the viewfinder display setting, changed camera yesterday and did miss it so you can spot the caravan, etc.
Yes, very wise, yes. So what our wise and learned friend is saying is when I press the shutter, let me just see if I can get that in there. Here we go. Can you see my camera? For a split second, I get a preview before it goes back to the live view. Actually, at the moment, I forgot I changed it to about 20 seconds because I was doing something random. But I get a very momentary preview of the picture so I can actually see what I'm doing. And that, normally I set it to 0.3 of a second. I wonder if I can change it. Yes, I can. Here we go. Image review time. And I'm going to put it to 0.3 of a second. So what that does is it tells me, yes, I've got the image, the flash fired, everything's sort of worked. It's just enough time for my brain to register without slowing the photo session down. Well worth turning on.
So William asked, what is the brand of the holster?
Oh, yeah, this is a Spider holster. No, I can't do anything about that. This is the Spider holster, and this is the mirrorless Spider holster thing. I don't know what they're technically called. Yeah, game changer, that one.
Is that in the list of gear?
I doubt it.
Okay.
But you can definitely get it from Adorama. I'm sure Adorama will be frantically searching it and putting it in the chat now. Okay, so let's go back to basics. We're going to do a shallow depth of field. I've just changed lenses and now I can do an f1.4. So I'm going to do f1.4. I'll turn my flash off. I'm at 250th of a second, ISO 200. Remember, no flash, some picture. Let's see what we get of Chloe. Oh, that sun's coming down nice and low. Here we go. No flash, some picture. Oh, whoops. Okay, that is not no flash, some picture. That is no flash, overexposed picture. So here's the problem. How do I get past this? Because I want to use that wide open aperture, but that wide open aperture is letting so much light through, I no longer have the shadows I need to add my own creative lighting. The fact that I actually quite like that is irrelevant. Damn it. But let's pretend that's not what I wanted at all, which wasn't, but I still like it. How do I get around that? What's the options? Because I need, well, I can change my shutter speed. Let's try that. Shutter speed. Let's change my shutter speed, and I can actually see through my viewfinder. I'm using the exposure simulation. So
We've had lots of people with suggestions.
Oh, good. What do we got?
Well, firstly, we've got 200 people. Let's get 200 likes. Danny,
Hey,
I
200.
like your thinking. That would be great. So, time for high-speed sync.
Yes, possible.
ND filters.
Possible too.
HSS.
Yep.
HSS.
Yep.
HSS bump shutter speed up to 1/2000th.
Close, yep. 4,000 I ended up at, but yeah.
HSS or polarizer.
Yep.
HSS. And which lens do you have now? It's
Okay.
50mm.
I have the 45, again, didn't think this through, did we? Hey, live. 45mm f1.2. I never really run it at f1.2. It is a bit on the soft side, so I run it at f1.4. Also helps with the maths, because 1.4 is a nice even f number. 1.2 is a bit of a weird one. So for some bizarre reason, my head.
said wait a couple of hours.
Wait a couple of hours. Yeah, that's not as daft. I mean, that is not a daft thing. I mean, it's daft, but it would actually work. Okay, so high-speed sync is the obvious and easy answer because all I have to do is work out my shutter speed, which, let's see if the light's changed. Here we go. My shutter speed, if I go with 3,200th of a second, I'm interested in the background that I'm seeing here. The background exposure feels okay. Not too bad. I mean, maybe I wonder if we can get a little bit more kind of brightness into this. Try and get it to focus on Chloe. No, it does not want to focus on Chloe's face. There we go. Okay, yeah, I don't want to include the sky, that's for sure. Absolutely. Why would you, putting the sky in your picture would be crazy. So I think we want to be around about through 2,500th of a second. That's going to be my guesstimate. Let me just see where I'm going to go. Maybe if I change my background to this side. Yeah, that's better. Okay, and I can probably lift it even more than that because that's quite a dark background. I'm only interested at this point in the background. I'm interested in the exposure on the background. I want it to be there, but I don't want it to be too bright. And I want to make sure that I've got some light on Chloe, but not too much. So I reckon I'm in the kind of the ballpark around about 1/1600th of a second.
So
No rights and wrongs.
Steve said 22 minutes in, time for hydration break.
We'd hear the booing from here, Steve, wouldn't you? let's not go down that road. Okay, so now all I need to do is just turn my flash on, which immediately drops my shutter speed to 250th of a second. I want it at 1/1600th of a second, but it will not let me get there. Nope. Nope, it's stuck. My camera is broken because now it won't let me go past 250th, my flash sync speed. That's what the little button on the top, there's a small button. I might be able to make that brighter. Yes, there we are. Yep, you might be able to see that. Somewhere there's one that says sync, and the little white line underneath, if I press that, I can't do that back to front. Up in the top corner, a tiny little H has appeared, which says high speed sync. That is literally all I had to do. And now my shutter speed will go past 250th of a second, if I can find the right one. Wrong way. Okay. Marvellous, there we go. So I had to turn on high speed sync. The transmitter, flashpoint transmitter, is talking to the camera because this is the transmitter for an Olympus OM system Panasonic camera. Make sure you get the right one for your brand. And they'll talk together and it will stop you from making any mistakes or being creative. Okay, so now, let's see if it fires. Oh, it did. Oh dear. The downside with the flash meter I brought with me today is it won't meter high speed sync flash. I need to do it by eye. Nothing wrong with trial and error. Let's take it down 2 stops and see where we get. There we go. How's that? Okay, so now we have shallow depth of field, but we have our light in Chloe's eyes. I'll get them in focus next time, you know. And we have the sun still giving us that little rim light, that little kiss of light just around the edge. Okay, so look number 2, believe it or not, we were doing 5, is this. Super simple. I'll move around As I do, the background will be blurry, but that doesn't necessarily make it better because you can get bad backgrounds. So think about your background, always thinking, coming around. Here we go. Beautiful. Come all the way around here.
So I have a question.
Yeah, far away.
It's at f1.2.
Sorry, I missed the question.
f1.2.
f1.4. It's an f1.2 lens. That's wide open. That's as much light as it will push through and as blurry a background as it can potentially do. But when you use any lens wide open, it's not its sharpest point. And this lens has a special f1.2 super soft effect. That's what Olympus said when they released it. I'm not sure OM Systems still continue to say that. I call it soft. So I go f1.4 where that effect is pretty much disappeared and you're back to normal quality of images. I mean, did I get that one sharp? Yeah. I mean, look at the shallow depth of field. This eye is in more or less focus, but you can see how shallow it drops off at f1.4. Okay, so it is a very, very shallow effect. Eyes in focus, hair soft. That's kind of nice, that's beautiful, isn't it? That works very nicely. Do bear in mind, of course, depth of field is a relative thing. If you are back here, some feet away, then it's not going to be as soft as if you go close. Let's do one, let's do one extremely close. That background is much blurrier because the distance between your subject and your camera affects the depth of field as well as the aperture, as well as the focal length. So there's three things at play.
So you got a question?
Yeah, far away.
White balance.
White balance. Oh, that's a good question. Don't know. 5600, I've locked it in. With all the green in this scene, I didn't really want to use auto white balance because it would try and filter out the green. So I've locked in a white balance. So all of the pictures you see now are going to be the same, but I'm bearing in mind I'm also working in RAW. So if I need to refine it, I could. And if I really needed to get it accurate, I could bring a grey card, but I didn't bring it out for this, so I'm not going to. Right, okay, so that's look number 2. Let's do look number 3. Let's move this out the way. Oh. Also, I don't know if anyone's noticed, sandbag. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, you had to choose that camera, didn't you? You had to choose that.
I'm just
now it's
trying
that
them
one.
all. Yeah, I'm just trying them all.
We've only got 2. Stick to one.
I'll turn it to our camera if you're not careful.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. You're doing a good job, Freya. Keep going. Sandbag. Why am I holding it? It's silly heavy. Just for a little bit of health and safety. Also, this is not the tightest I could do it, so there is a degree of movement. So if it really catches a breeze, this could spin round and hopefully save it. And worst case scenario, Chloe is an expert at catching this stuff. I mean, she's on it. Boom. Okay, so look number 3. We're going to switch out lenses. Let's switch back to my 12 to 40mm lens. If I can just find where I put it. Nope. That looks promising. Let's switch it to that lens. Nothing to see here.
Michael said, look number 3, Chloe carrying the bench back inside.
You're probably better at it than I am.
And the sandbag police are happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, okay, good. So, look number 3. So I'm going to reset a few things. I'm going to go back to my flash sync speed. So I'll turn the high speed sync off and reset 250, high speed sync off. And I'm also going to change my aperture, but I'm not quite sure to what, because this time I want to think about the background, because we haven't got much space. So if you're just joining us, we're doing 5 different portraits, but in a confined zone. And so far we've done safe and sensible, and we've done shallow depth of field. But this time I'm going to change the background to the least obvious, but maybe most potential background. Maybe not at this exact time, but hey, we'll have a go anyway, because there is one background that we rarely use, and it's kind of up there, the sky. In a studio environment, the roof of my studio is not interesting. However, the sky is an ever-changing thing, so maybe that's going to be a more interesting picture. It's certainly worth a try. all I need to do is work out where we're going to move everything to. I'm going to move the bench. Here we go. Let's put that out of the way for the time being. Right, okay, so we've got sky over there. Let's start that side. Let's start over that side. And we've even got some clouds. So I'm going to try a different kind of angle. I'm going to make use of the flippy foldy screen. I'm going to come down here. I'll turn the flash off. And what I'm interested in is the sky. So if I went and exposed for Chloe's face, here we go. Ignore the softbox in the corner. Okay. So, as you can see, a typical UK summer sky. Absolutely flat, boring, blank. I mean, we've had a heat wave. There's been nothing but blue skies and gorgeous sunsets, apart from today. That's about right. So, that's what I've got to beat. So that is ambient light. That's just letting the camera do its thing. I'm going to start changing my aperture. So, let's see. Aperture. Oh, look, actually. Huh. Yeah. Again, ignore the softbox, I will move that in a second. But that's actually the sky that really exists. That's the sky that the camera sees if I get exposure for Chloe. And that's the sky that's actually there. That's nice, isn't it? If only there was a way of combining that and this. How am I going to do that? Well, that would be the big thing off to the right-hand side. So I'm going to use the sky as a background. I'm going to expose for the sky. So the way it works when you're on location, in my mind, expose for the light that you can't control, the ambient light. And then you bring in your light to create the look you're going for. Okay.
Got some questions?
Oh yeah, absolutely, please.
Are
question
you
me up.
shooting with full frame sensor?
No, I'm using a micro 4/3, almost the exact polar opposite. There's a more complicated word, antithesis. I'm doing the exact opposite of that. I'm using the smaller micro 4/3, 1/4 the size, 1/2 the size. I can never remember the exact dimensions. It's like you can get 4 of them, so does that make it a quarter? Anyway, micro 4/3, tiny, tiny little, tiny, I can actually show you, here we go, look, here we go. Tiny, in there somewhere, little sensor. Good question.
And how many stops underexposed is that?
I don't know, you tell me. I was at f2.8, now I'm at f11. How many stops is that? Ooh. We can do the maths. Should we do the maths together? f2.8, so 1 stop would be f4, 2 stops would be f5.6, 3 stops would be f8, 4 stops would be f11. 4 stops underexposed. Okay, right, oh, light. So we're going to add a light in. Now this is going to be a bit of a challenge because this light needs to punch out a lot of power and it needs to be preferably not in my picture. Because whilst I'm not averse to a bit of Photoshop, in fact I rather enjoy Photoshop, I'm also not a glutton for punishment. Okay, here we go. Use the flippy foldy screen. Let's see what we get. I may have to tilt this across a little bit. Let's see if it flashes. Oh, it won't flash unless I turn it on. I'm going to put it to 1/8 power and cross my fingers. Okay. What do we think? A little bit more? Yeah, a little bit more. Let's go 1/4 power and we'll move the light back as well. Because I wasn't aware Chloe was going to do that amazing pose. Amazing work, by the way, Chloe. Smashing it out the park. Okay, this has got to be a vertical. It screams vertical to me. Okay, here we go. Boom. Okay, you need to turn into that light. I can just move the light. You don't have to turn, I can turn. Here we go. Honestly, photographers, so demanding. Let the model do what they're paid for and best at, and you do you. Okay, there we go. Maybe a little bit brighter. It's very hard to judge. I'm trying to look at a screen that is way not the same as if I was in a studio. Okay, coming in, here we go. I also can't see Chloe whether she's actually posing or not, so I'm winging this a little bit. Fantastic, last one, boom. Hey. Oh, I've got the damn corner of the caravan in, look at that. That's annoying. But never mind, apart from that, and maybe a touch bright, now I look back at it on here, it's very hard to judge. One of the advantages of using raw is I can fine tune. Oh, look at this, look at this. That's not going to cause us any flare or glare problems whatsoever. These are things you don't have a problem with when you're in the studio. How's that?
Maybe you could just talk into this one for the rest of the line. There you go. That looks normal.
What's wrong with that?
No, nothing. That looks pretty good.
That's
Actually.
good. Do I look all right? I wouldn't look.
Should we get you a box to stand on?
Yeah. Oh, that's insulting.
No, you don't need it. No, this looks normal.
Insulting.
Not like a meerkat.
Yeah, I mean, fantastic. All right, okay. Well, let's try it the other way around. We've got the sun coming through. Let's see if we can. Yeah, do you want to just stand somewhere there? That's it, lovely. I need to move this light. Oh my goodness, it's heavy with a sandbag. Why do people put sandbags on? Oh, I remember. Okay, here we go. So, can we get the sun in the picture? Possibly not. Where is the sun? It's over there, okay. I might be able to get the sun in the picture. I might have to work this a little bit harder than I wanted to. Okay, yeah, no, I can't. It's right behind a tree. And we deliver. Oh, come this way. Smash in. Okay, I'm going to turn the flash off. Little test photo first of all. I'm just going to see if I can get the sun in my picture. Nearly. Not quite. It's almost too low in the sky now, which is kind of annoying. If I can get it to F20, F22, F16, somewhere in that area, I might be able to get a starburst. But it's now so low in the scene, hang on, that I'm slightly making my own life very difficult. Okay, oh yeah, no, we can see that. Okay, little tiny starburst, see that coming through? So if you manage to stop your aperture down enough, you'll see this starburst effect come through. Now all I need to do is add in my own, this was not part of the whole setup at all, my own light. Okay, here we go. Okay, fantastic. I'm really working on the fly to try and get the light on Chloe.
Got a question?
Yeah, far away.
How is the mathematics to compare equivalent lens from your system to full frame?
Okay, yeah, it's moving too fast through the branches. The mathematics, basically you double it. So this is a 12 to 40 millimeter, which gives me the field of view, not anything else, just the field of view of a 24 to 80 if it was a full frame. For example, if you have a full frame, you'd have a different field of view than a medium format. So it's all down to the sensor effectively cropping into the image. So I get a crop version, which is why they call them crop sensor. Oh, here comes the sun. Where is it? There it is. Fantastic. Anyway, fun.
So,
all I can see is the sun in my eyes.
How heavy is
now.
your sandbag?
What's that?
How heavy is your sandbag? Everything all bright now, is
very,
it?
very bright. Oh.
At least how heavy should sandbags be?
As heavy as you can actually carry around is the short answer, because they're a pain to bring with you, but the minute you don't bring it is the minute you regret it, when it falls over and smashes your expensive bit of kit. So the heaviest you can bring around. My sandbags don't have any sand, because every sandbag I've ever had with sand has leaked sand everywhere. That's probably my sandbag quality, not the actual design. So I filled mine with pea shingle gravel, or even better, my favourite one, which is, if I got it here, is it? Yeah, here it is. Can you guess what's in this one? Hang on. Oh, we should do that. Name that sound.
Yeah.
No
Forget
prizes.
the photos. Can we do that? We've got half an hour, 20 minutes. That sounds fun.
Right. Okay, so the sky. Yeah, I was just going to see if I can just include the sky. Just do one more. I wasn't going to be doing that bit. I got confused. That way a little bit for me, Chloe. I'm just going to put Chloe in the gap between a couple of trees. Move my own feet around a little bit. Okay, now I need to underexpose. Hang on, because I changed everything for the lens flare. Bear with. Here we go. Oh, nothing to see here, literally. There we go.
So you've had some answers to
Yeah.
what's in the bag. Coins, pennies. It's full of pounds. Pounds.
Pounds?
Oh, we'd be rich, Michael, rich. Pennies.
Yeah, it's in the UK, 1p and 2p, all the copper coins. One of Sam's favourite things, going to the 2p arcades when we go on holiday, just to fill up my sandbags with coins.
That's the only reason I do it.
Yeah.
I'm selfless.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy it at all, and it's
No,
not
no.
addictive at all in any shape or form.
They do look a bit strange when you take like a £20 and you just carry out the 2p's. It's like, you're supposed to put them in the machine. Anyway, it's the
It's
only way you
weight training.
Where else do you get coins though, yeah? All right, so where are we? We have done safe and sensible, we have done shallow depth of field, we've done the sky as the background. So now we're going to do something a little bit more different, and we're going to try and recreate a studio outside, because there are times when you need this ability to actually get the job done. Because if you do this professionally, you know what I'm talking about. You'll be packing up and someone will say, oh, can you just do a quick little simple headshot? You know, dark background, easy, no problem. Yes, I can. Okay, right, so a couple of things we need to do to make this work. Earlier on, we said about no flash, some picture. What am I gonna need now? Stick it in the comments. I wanna get a black background, or at least as close as I reasonably can on location, without actually physically going to the boot of my car and getting a black background, which is the other option. Okay. Right, let's see where we are. So I'm going to come over here and just see where we are. Oh, this is... Oh, turn the flash off. Nothing to see here. It's just nice lighting, isn't it, really? Absolutely gorgeous. You've got to love being on location. Pivot on the spot. Yeah, that is not a black background. So what am I doing wrong? I'm not doing anything wrong. It's a really nice picture. Okay, so I've got to think about the background. The first thing I want to do is find the darkest background in the space that I have. Pointing your camera directly into the sun does make for a nice location portrait, but for the next few minutes, that's not what I need, which is annoying because it's really nice. So if I come around to the side, yeah, perfect. Are we still in the frame? Oh, we are. Okay, cool. Here we go. Same settings, nothing's changed, but we can see that this feels darker. So we're already feeling like we're getting towards what we need. Now this is wide open, f2.8 on the lens I've switched to. Still using the OM system, 12 to 40mm. f2.8 is wide open. It's okay, but I want to have a black background. I don't know if anyone put it in, no flash, no picture. Anyone put that in? No. Okay, got it, that's fine. Okay, yes, perfect. Hey, well done, thank you.
Sorry, yeah.
I wonder if I'm talking to myself sometimes.
Yeah, well,
I don't mind.
Lens cap.
Lens cap.
HSS.
I've done that.
NFMP and no any pizzas.
Okay.
Oh, and nice bit of flair.
Yeah, I know. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. Gone. Welcome to the UK. Okay, so let's see. How dark can I make this go? So I want to be maybe, let's try f11. F11, my camera is blinking away at me, telling me that this is at least 3 stops underexposed. But unlike being in a studio, it's not completely black. To be honest, probably not going to get it completely black with where we are. I'll need to compromise a little bit, but that's fairly good. But careful with the compromise, because if I tilt my camera ever so slightly up, I get this. If I tilt my camera ever so slightly down, I get that. So I'm thinking about my background. How's that look? That looks, I can see a little bit of Chloe. That's actually quite nice. Nice little bit of edge rim lighting. But everything else looks almost studio black. Quick before the sun comes back. So I ended up, to make that work, I ended up at my flash sync speed, 250th of a second, ISO 200, native ISO for my camera, f11. So now I need that flash to also measure 250th of a second, ISO 200, f11, and give me the correct exposure. We could do trial and error, nothing wrong with trial and error. We can get a flash meter. If it's hanging off the side, I would be a fool not to use it. Chloe, I'm going to pop this near your chin. Here we go. F8 as it stands. I need F11. I need this to produce one more stop of light. So I go from 1/16th power, sorry, I was on 1/8th power to 1/4. Can't read my own transmitter. Oh, that's a bit too bright. I'm within 2/10, I'll take that. Okay. So without taking a picture and everyone going, too bright, too dark, I can just dial it in, go a little bit higher. Beautiful. There we go. And my exposure is basically bang on. That's what a flash meter does. A flash meter on location seems an odd choice, but if you're comfortable using them, they make your workflow a lot easier. But I'll stress again, it's not something you have to do. Okay, so that looks all right, doesn't it? That looks like we're back in the studio.
Said you could try TTL.
Oh yeah, I can give you TTL. Here we go. TTL. TTL. Let's give TTL a whirl. Here we go. Okay, TTL is pretty good. TTL is not bad. Back in the day, we used to call it totally terrible light. And that was mean. No, it wasn't mean at the time. That was honest. Now it's mean, because now TTL is actually quite good. TTL only really fails if you start doing something a little bit more.
You just missed the stalk.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I see it.
Oh, the stalk's flying over.
Wow. Sorry guys, you couldn't see it.
We do summer watch. Wildlife programs now. Wildlife with Adorama. Okay, TTL can get a little bit lost and confused if you start bringing the light in from behind, but of course when you're doing a live demo, it either works perfectly or fails miserably. Yeah, sorry, I've got half of your face missing. Here we go. Okay, we'll do one more. Let's go vertical. Okay. The downside with TTL is it's not so consistent, so you will find variations in the exposure as you change your framing. That can trip you up, which is why I prefer manual mode given the choice. Okay, really, well, let me just check manual, having done that again. Let's just see where we go. Oop. Looking at this picture, I think what I need is a second flash. Just a little bit of light coming from the side. We've got the natural sunlight giving us a little bit, but the sun has largely disappeared.
There's some lovely comments on your photos.
Oh, that's nice.
It is nice. And someone's asked, do you also use the Merlin app? We do use the Merlin app. If you're not familiar with the Merlin app, it's where you can identify birds when they're singing their little hearts out in the garden. You can turn it on and it tells you. It's pretty accurate, actually. It never recognises our chicken, though.
No.
Doesn't say that's Tony or that's Brenda. Just ignores them.
Okay, I'm going to add in a second light. This is a Flashpoint Evolve 200, and not even the Pro. This is the old original one, because when I'm on location, I don't really want to bring my nicest studio kit. If I know that this is good enough for doing the job, that's exactly the kit I'm going to bring. So this is my older Flash. It'll do the job. It's on its own group, same channel, so I can independently set the power, but I've forgotten something absolutely critical. Feel free to tell me what I've forgotten. Oh, and it's not that I am tethered and I've tangled myself up. Not that. Let's put that there. Okay, okay. We'll just tighten that up. Okay, so we're going to make a little sandwich of light like that. Marvellous. I wanted to keep an eye on that one for me. Anyone notice what I've forgotten? Shh. Okay, not a mistake. On purpose. Okay, sandbag. Brought it with me. Oh, good. Oh.
It's a grid.
A grid. Hey, what? You know, I nearly packed the grids and then I decided not to. I know, crazy, huh? Right, okay, here we go. Let's see. Let's turn off the main light. We'll turn on the side lights. We'll put it 1/16th power. I don't know if that's right or wrong. Weird, I meter the main light, but I rarely ever meter the second light. I tend to do that by eye.
We have a wild animal in the garden.
Oh, it's calm.
Yeah. Have one of our neighbour's cats. He's a Bengal. He's very cool.
Not sure he's an actual Bengal, but he thinks he is. Okay, so that is what the edge light is doing. That is maybe a little bit kind of...
Sorry, I got distracted. I was circling the cat on the screen. Sorry, yeah, we're here for other things.
Should I just keep doing the photography and you guys... Yeah, I got it, okay. Oh, okay, so that light just gives me a bit of an edge light, and then I can combine it with the front light. I always like to do two lights, one at a time, see what's going on, learn what the lights are doing. Is one light giving me more flare than the other? What's going on? Okay, so pretty good. We're not quite in studio environment. I can't quite get the background to go totally black, but hey, not bad for where we are. I'll take that. And certainly, I hate to say it, but fixable in Photoshop.
Do you have a colour gel or filter to use?
No, I don't. No. So, everything. This is. I don't know if Adorama sell these. They should if they don't. I'm sure they sell something similar. Production carts. So this is my little production cart, which is. We did not steal this from a postman. I've been accused of in the past. This is. Postman Pat is not missing.
You'd have a cover with it. I think they're covered, aren't they?
Do. Some of them have little covers, yeah. I've seen a double-decker one. That was impressive. So this is a little fold-up production cart. We've had this for about 10 years, and it has literally been through the wars. Maybe not literally wars, but it's been through festivals and various other bits and pieces, and has survived. So those things are super useful. I packed a lot of stuff in there, but I did not bring any gels. They're too big and heavy. Not bringing gels. Right, okay, so how are we doing? Got 8 minutes to go, we're doing all right. So we have done 4 out of my 5. We've done Safe and Sensible, we did Shallow Depth of Field, we used the sky as a background, and we've made a studio from absolutely nothing whatsoever. So we've got one more to do, and that requires me getting the bench back. So let's reset. I don't think I'm going to need this second light, so I'll move that out of the way. Turn it off. And then, oh wow, that is quite heavy with the sandbag. But I suppose that's the idea. Let's bring this in. Where am I going to put? I'm going to try and see where you guys are. How's that? Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not safe. That's no. That's okay, isn't it? Yeah. When in doubt, just test it for about 10 minutes just to see how it goes. All good. Right, we'd like to have a seat on the bench first of all. Thank you very much. Right, okay.
Cat's back.
Okay. Hang on. Where is it? Over there somewhere?
He's walked away.
Oh. That's the trouble. Never work with animals and always work with Chloe. That's the way it works. Okay, so, right. Let's take a picture. Let's just grab a camera. Let's see what we get. Here we go. I'm going to turn the flash off and I'm going to see where I'm at. So we are around about half an hour away from sunset. So the light level is dropping despite how it looks on the video feed. It is getting a little darker. So I can come down here and get a picture with the ambient only. Don't worry about the light, Chloe, it's not on. And just see what I'm getting. Okay, so let's see where it's going to work. Yeah, I'm not sure any of these. I don't really like the background. Done that background already. Okay, so here's the thing. For the last one, the look I'm going to do involves a little bit more work on the part of Chloe. Because Chloe, can I get you to sit on the floor? Now, before she does, I'm going to make sure there is nothing on the floor that is going to be uncomfortable prickly or need photoshopping out. And probably the best way is to demonstrate. Okay, what's that?
You sat on your mic.
Oh, I sat on my mic.
Yeah, it's pulled down. Okay, that's okay.
Is it back on again?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If we do it by hand signals for the last 10 minutes, it'll be fine. Sign language. So as far as I can tell, we're all good, all safe.
Michael's put Gavin trying to get the cat in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, anything to get the viewing figures up. How are we doing? Are people still watching? Okay. This is good. Okay, so Chloe has changed position and hopefully this is going to give us a different picture. Right, okay, oh yeah, look at this, this is amazing. This is the ambient light, no flash, remember, just the ambient light. Whoa, look at this, look at this, I am a brilliant photographer. Oh my goodness, I am so, not good. Actually, our grass looks way greener than it really is. That's amazing. So yeah, common mistake when we're photographers is us. We are the biggest mistake in photography. We get things wrong and often it's simply because we don't use our feet, or in this case, my knees. Because rather than actually standing up, I'm going to get to the same height as Chloe, make use of my flippy foldy screen and get a very different feeling picture. Okay, just moving it around. I'm going to move my knees now. Here we go, and see where we go. Okay, so I think this is an angle that could work. All I really need to do is to make this more interesting with our own light. So the first thing I'm going to do is underexpose the scene. Now, it says it's about a stop under. I reckon I can go maybe 100 ISO and start to get it a little darker.
How long is your tethering cable?
Not long enough. This is a 32-foot tethering cable, but most of it is coiled up. And then the rest of it is also managed to knot itself up. Look at that, that's amazing. I don't know, Tether Tools one day will come up with a cable that self-untangles. So, yeah, 32 feet, mostly because I end up knotting myself around and around and around. Okay, so I'm just looking at the background. I'm trying to get that right first. I think we're probably close there. Let's get the light and bring the light in. Okay, let's bring a light in. Mind my fingers. That's why we don't bring the expensive kit on location. Okay.
That's why it's in the rubber casing.
Yeah, this has
Drop proof.
Yeah.
We could test that.
Okay, so I ended up at f3.5, so that's what I need my flash to be. f3.5. Chloe, I'm going to pop this near your chin, pointing it at the light I want to meter, and I'll keep adjusting it until it tells me f3.5, which is going to be a challenge. Come on, flash. Nearly there. I'm at 128th power. I did not expect to go that low. So we're using the 400, the Explore 400 from Flashpoint, and this light level is almost too powerful for what I actually need, which is interesting. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, also wasn't expecting, oh, because of course I forgot to change something. Nothing to see here. Yay, live sessions. There we go. I thought that was really low.
What did you forget?
I forgot to change the ISO on the flash meter. Yeah, honestly. Yeah. I do know what I'm doing. Sometimes I know what I'm doing. The minute we press go live, that goes out my window. So I'm looking at my camera settings. I'm just trying to balance everything up. So I've opened up my shutter speed. I've made that slightly longer at 125th. I've gone with f3.5 ISO. I'm going to change lens. How long have we got? 1 minute. I can do this in a minute. I can definitely do this in a minute. As soon as I find the lens that I'm looking for. Here we go. Right, 1 minute. 1 minute tutorial. Well, less tutorial, more 1 minute mad dashing around. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's better. So I've switched out to the 45mm f1.2, and I'm going to get right down low and see if we can get right in here and work my way up. So my fifth look is using what's around you to create images. Okay, nice. What happens if I come over here? Okay, if I come this side, that looks too flat for my personal liking. The nice thing is, we're in control of the light. Let's bring the light to 90 degrees. See the difference between that one? 90 degrees, straight on. How there's just more, I'm pointing my finger, I don't know why. More shadow on this side.
Got some comments.
Far away, because we're at the end of this live
The
session.
weathered look, the leathered look, I was going to say, of the bench adds a bit of character.
What about the wook bit?
I love this look, or this wook.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, last couple of pictures and we're out of here. Okay, so we are live in the garden, having a great time, but this is not the only thing that we do on Adorama TV. So if you want more of this content, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also check out our other channels as well. For example, Adorama events, because next week, next Wednesday, there's going to be the Adorama event to end all Adorama events. I'm going to be there. I may have overhyped that, to be honest, but there we go.
I thought you meant like they'll never do one again.
Well,
They'll
that's
be like,
probably
oh
true.
no.
Probably, yeah, probably true with me, but yeah.
We've hit a new low and we're never going to do that again.
So if you're in New York next Wednesday afternoon, 5 o'clock, New York time, come and join me live in the audience. If you're watching live, you can join us live as always for free. Beautiful, there we go. Let's stop there.
You can join us because we'll be in the comments as well.
You will be, yes.
From the UK, I'm
very
just going
much.
to let you know.
Have a seat on the chair.
Nothing so exotic.
Okay, so there we go. So yeah, looking forward to that. That is next week, one day only, whilst I'm passing through New York. So I'm quite looking forward to that. So there we go, 5 looks in one location, simple classic stuff, shallow depth of field, sky as your background, studio on location, and using what you have to create something a bit more unusual by moving your feet. Whew, that was exciting. So there we are, location live stream done for another year, but that's not the last of it. We will be back again next month. But for now, let me say amazing Chloe, give it up for Chloe. You'll find her links to her social media down in the video description. Go follow her if you're not already doing so. Behind the camera, Freya on the Obsbot Super Switcher, Sam on the comments.
Thanks
Thank you.
for joining, everyone. Thanks for all your comments and putting up with the weirdness of the outside shoot. They're always fun.
Yeah.
So we'll see you next time. I can't remember the date of the next one.
Nor
but
can I. No.
Yeah, it should be about 4 weeks' time.
It'll be in August.
Yeah, August. It'll be in August.
Alrighty, I'm out of here. I'm Gavin Hoey. Thanks for watching.